Hi there, Eric Himan here in Provincetown, Massachusetts. It's beautiful here. I am so excited to be doing this. I am on tour. Been traveling around playing. For those of you who stopped by, Lexington, Philadelphia, State College, Pittsburgh, New York City, all those wonderful places. And now I came up here to do a benefit for the AIDS Support Center of Cape Cod, and they needed a little help getting together some supplies to rebuild their kitchen. And you know what? We are in that kitchen right now. And we're going to be cooking in here, showing it off a little bit. And any donations taken from my website at erichiman.com. Just go to Trial and Eric, and under it you see a donate button. All of those will go to help the rebuilds for this kitchen, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so today I'm making chicken marsala in bites. I made it on the NBC affiliate in Tulsa a few weeks ago, but I only have 3 minutes, which is really not that much time to do anything. So I'm going to do it right here with the help of Annie, and we have John over here. I'm going to turn it if you don't mind. There they are! Yay! Oh, and there's John. Woo! Working really hard because tonight is the Casa party that we're cooking this for, and it's also the benefit concert at 7. So let's get started. So chicken marsala is usually a big, heavy dish, and sometimes, especially on the diet that I've been on, when I'm trying to eat a little bit less, I end up trying to take big dishes, heavy meals, and just having a taste and a bite. And at parties, it's perfect to make something like this for an appetizer. What we're going to start with is appropriate chicken, because this is chicken marsala. So we got our chicken right here, and we're going to take it, chop it up a little bit pieces, and that's really good. And then we are going to add our chicken to a flour mixture, which we have here. So we have flour, about probably 2 cups here, a little bit more than 2 cups, and garlic powder, salt, and pepper, using a little bit less pepper than salt and garlic powder, because it's a little bit strong. So we mix it all up, and then we add our chicken into it, and no egg necessary. We just want to put some flour on it, get a little bit of a coating, but we're not breading it. Voila! Chicken breaded, not breaded, floured. Let's say that. So back here in this kitchen, I have a pan that already has some vegetable oil in it. It's already heating up. We're going to add a little bit more, some product placement on here. And we're going to cook, just to get it all over the pan, we're going to cook our chicken. And I want to say, this is the oldest in the country AIDS Support Center. In the country. Lots of history here, and lots of helping hands, great volunteers. So I'm very privileged to be here. Alright, so we got our chicken, and we're going to add it to our oil, and we're going to use the front burner. I swear I do this, I swear. Alright, we got a heat on it. We're going to put it between medium and high, and we're going to use the tongs and start adding our chicken in. This should be fun, right? I also am wearing my Thumb Crown Records t-shirt, and John, my twin over here, is also wearing my record label Thumb Crown Records t-shirt, which is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, we're going to heat this up. I think it's good in there. I like to put in 1, just to see if it starts to sizzle. And when it does, then the rest go in, because there's nothing like waiting for them all to do that. So, and we wait. And we wait. What are you making, John? You're making crab rangoons. Can you bring that over here? Let people see that? Crab rangoons with cream. Okay, tell me what's in this.
This has got cream cheese, green onions, and I experimented. This has a little bit of pickled ginger.
Oh, nice.
And it's not crab meat. It's
lobster meat. Oh, it's
yeah.
even better.
So, but I used the fat-free cream cheese.
And then you use wonton wrappers, right?
Wonton wrappers.
That's awesome.
And you put a little bit of egg wash.
Yes.
On clean hands. My hands were washed.
My hands are washed.
Fold it. Pinch it. Wrap it around.
Yay! That's awesome.
We got most of these done already. So.
Did I tell you I'm starving?
Well, you can get the first sample.
Yay!
Then it's best to put them in the refrigerator and chill them for a couple hours. Most of these were chilled already.
Were they really?
Yeah.
That's great. Alright. Let's see a little sizzle back here in our pan. Kicking it up. Kicking up the heat. Getting our oil going. Come on. Oh, see, yours is good. You got this down.
I started my oil early.
Did you? That's a lot for fun. Alright, now we got some sizzle going. But it made that lovely frying sound that we want to get. I'm putting all this in. What we are aiming for is to brown all the chicken and then pull the chicken out, put it on a plate, and put that away for a second, and use the brown bits that are on the bottom to get a lot of the flavor for our Marsala sauce. So, let's start adding them in there. And you don't want to pack it in too close, but you definitely want to get them all fully cooked on all sides. Kind of separate them a bit. For our chicken Marsala. Any trivia questions about the center? When did it start? Like how long ago?
I think the support group is the oldest in the country. It's been here since 1983.
1983? Wow.
1983?
1983, that's a long time. Especially during the time when people were starting to figure out what AIDS really was. You know, I'm sure it was, at first people, you know, the whole fear factor thing, people really didn't quite understand how to show their support, or how to be there. So, for this to be one of the first, well actually the first one, that's pretty progressive.
How many people do you cook for every day, Annie?
40 or 50 people.
You cook for 40 or 50 people, wow.
Yeah, Monday through Friday we provide lunch.
And then you also send out lunch for Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
You are an angel. That's awesome. Alright. Jeez, we're already up at 3:40, so we are making good time. So I'm going to make this batch, and then I'm going to throw in the other ingredients which we have. We have mushrooms that I've chopped up and wiped. Well, I wiped them off using a damp towel because you're not supposed to soak mushrooms because then they get all like mushy.
They get fungus.
They get fungusy. We don't want fungusy. And then we have red onions. Onions. So we're going to add these in right after and get this all going. I'm going to take a plate, put them on here, and cooking these up. My tour dates are all over the country still. This is not my last stop. My last stop is Austin, Texas on March 31st. From here I go to D.C., Durham, North Carolina, and then I am in Atlanta on Tuesday, March 27th, and then I go to Destin, Florida for my birthday, which is March 28th. Feel free to get me something.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I will be 33, a very young 33. And then we are over to Monroe, Louisiana. That's the first time I've played Louisiana, I think, in a long, probably like 10 years. And then over to Houston, Austin, home, then flying to San Diego, LA. Yeah, do you want this life? Does anyone travel like this? You traveled around quite a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where is the most exotic place you've been to?
Teaching in Spain.
Wow. Spain. That's great. Hey, where were you telling me you were earlier? I think you were telling me you went to someplace else. Oh, have you been to Berlin?
I haven't been to Berlin.
You haven't been to Berlin?
I have friends in Berlin that I was going to see if we could find you a venue there.
Oh, because you were a nice person. Yes. That's awesome. Alright, I'm flipping these over so we get a nice brown, little crunchiness to them. And then I'm going to put them on this plate and then add in some of our mushrooms and some of our red onions. Put them down. See, this is why cooking shows have commercials. Because there's these moments, and then you know, you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a little bit of the flavor, and then you get a lit There are these moments like right now where I'm not really doing anything,
When you need sponsors.
but I need sponsors, yeah. I need advertising money to pay for things so that whenever I do awesome stuff like this, that they can also donate to the center as well. So there you go. It benefits everyone.
Oh.
So I'm excited. I'm going to play my stuff tonight, as well as I'm going to do some songs from Adele. I'm going to do some songs from The Cure. I think I might even do some from Rihanna. I like to do a lot of pop music.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's something about taking a good pop song and putting it to acoustic guitar. I feel like it just really translates well. If it's a good song, it never fails to translate. Alright, we're going to use nice and brown and cooked through. Smells awesome. You smell that garlic? What do you feel on yours then?
Definitely not going to take a couple minutes to like it.
Well, I want to see what's done.
Example in.
I want to see what's done. I'm getting hungry. Jeez, I am far away from home. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, I know, right? And he's like, what? You are far from home. Well, I get really excited. I grew up in Hawaii, and I grew up in Florida, and I get super excited whenever I get close to water. Now that I live, that was great. Now that I live in Oklahoma, and I live really far away from the water, T-Town is just a gift to be able to come here and be here. See, I should have made dough. Alright. We're getting all our brown bits on there. And now I'm going to pull these out of here. We also have some chopped basil, as you can see. Right here. I need 8 new cameras. I need cameras like all over whenever I do this. So people can see everything. I also need smell-o-vision, so you can smell this too. So we got our plate.
Television.
Smell-o-vision. Do you remember from Willy Wonka? And then Willy Wonka, they had the wallpaper that you can taste.
Yeah.
See, why does that happen?
Strawberry tastes like strawberry.
It's the strawberry. It's like strawberry. My favorite line from Willy Wonka is when they go, am I coming in clear? Because that's the kid that's supposed to be American. And he has this very thick British accent in that part. When he gets really tiny, and he's like little particles above, and then he comes in on the TV, he's going, am I coming in clear? Alright. We got some nice brownness happening, as you can see right there. Almost looks like a scallop. You guys like scallops? You're like,
Oh.
well, we're very close to all this great seafood, though.
Can't get much closer.
You can't get much closer. I know there are people in Oklahoma that get a little sketchy when it comes to seafood. Because we know we are like in the middle of the country. No, not much water. I mean, but we do have a lot of catfish. People love to come to Oklahoma to get catfish. Huh? You like catfish?
They're fun to fish.
I never had a good experience with catfish, to be quite
They're
honest.
a good fight.
I'm not a, they're bottom dwellers, aren't they? They're bottom dwellers and they have like their own kind of, let's say, flavor.
Well, yes, they are.
Are they really? Well, there you go. The catfish. Oh, those look nice. Look at that. I think that's the next project I'm going to do. Is I'm going to kind of play with the idea of using wonton wrappers. There's got to be a way to like really do something ridiculous, like buffalo chicken wonton wrappers. Peanut butter and jelly in there? I bet you could. Alright, now we're going to add, we have our oil and our brown bits, and now we're going to add in our mushrooms. Get those, cook those up. We'll do half of this right We'll put in our mushrooms, and we're going to put in our red onions. Onions. As many red onions as you can get for this dish. I don't feel like you can ever have too many red onions. And they sweeten up in this dish so well. Get it nice. All nice and cooked. I'm dumping the whole thing in. There we go. Well, most of it. Again, we are cooking here in Provincetown, Massachusetts, at the AIDS support group. Here in Provincetown, Massachusetts. I keep saying that, but that's because I really love it here. And I'm cooking down some chicken Marsala bites, which we are serving at the cocktail party. And geez, like, what, an hour? Not too long. Just about. I hope they like this. Because if they don't, I'm not singing. I'm just going to withhold my singing and save it. At the governor's Bradford. There we go. Also, in this dish, you cannot have too many mushrooms. So, and we are good on time. So, as these cook down, we're going to add pretty much our second to the last ingredient, which is our, of course, our Marsala wine. So we're going to pour in probably half a bottle of it. We want a really good sauce. Very concentrated. So we're going to add that into there. And then to top it all off, our last ingredient, our fresh basil, which is delicious. So thank you again for joining me here at Trial and Error. Yes, I said Trial and Error. My little cooking show on the web, which I love to do. The next one I think will be with star of TV Bravo's Workout. If you remember that show with Jackie Warner, we will have Jesse Broom, who does his own spirituality YouTube webisodes now, and he also is a chef on HGTV. So we're going to try to check in with him for the next one in April. So check back, probably be around April 14th. We'll say that. And I hope you liked the last one with actor Tim Bagley. If you want to, you can check out the one right before this. If you go onto this Ustream page, Tim Bagley was amazing. I love his stories about Jennifer Coolidge and Zelda Rubinstein from Poltergeist.
Wow.
Actually, he was telling us, Zelda, you remember her Little Woman from Poltergeist? She taught him how to cook a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, come to the life. She's amazing. Alright, I'm going to cook these onions down a little bit more, and then we're going to do something I learned that's very smart. Hey, David McCrory, thank you so much for tuning in. Everything sound alright? I think David used to live in Baton Rouge, and now David lives, I think he lives in, do you live in Dallas, David, or do you live in Houston? It's like a little social stream where people can get right in. Hey, E. Alright, my next tip was taught to me by some of the cooks when I was on the tasting table of my favorite ABC show, The Chew, which I will be on the tasting table again on Tuesday with the great Mario Batali and Quentin Kelly and Carla Hall from Top Chef, who I love. She is so sweet. And Daphne Oz, Dr. Oz's daughter, who does the health stuff, and Michael Simon from Iron Chef. I watched them do this and learn this. Now, New Orleans, then Little Rock, then Memphis, now you're in Dallas. I follow you everywhere, David. So I learned whenever you add alcohol to a hot pan, that it's wise to take the pan off of the heat, or else you are going to get what is called a fire. Actually, we're going to add a little bit more. I said half the bottle. I don't want to be a liar. There we go. Do you like being in Dallas, David? I talk louder as if I'm like yelling into a phone that's in Dallas.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, can you hear me? Thank you, Annie, for letting me use your kitchen. Ah. So we got our Marsala. I wanted to be able to turn this a little bit to show you guys. Look at that. We got our Marsala wine cooking in with our red onion and lobster rangoon. This is like an Iron Chef kind of thing. I feel like we're battling. Like time-wise. I'm like, I'm winning, I'm losing, you're already done.
To be fair, mine were already pre-started.
I did this from scratch. I've been slating all day. Because I was on the radio earlier
It's been a busy day.
talking about this. So what we want with this is we just want the Marsala wine to cook down a little bit so it gets like a thicker kind of sauce. And it doesn't take much if you keep it on medium-high. So it's going to cook down pretty easily. And then we're going to end the show. I'm going to do the last batch, and then we're going to take it all over to the cocktail party. I almost want to be like Ina Garten. Have you ever watched The Barefoot Contessa?
No.
You ever watch that show? You know what I mean. At the very end, she always seems, and her show is pre-recorded, of course. It's not live like this. She takes her food and it's all displayed, and there's a group of people already sitting at a table, and then they're talking and laughing and cheering, and we're not going to have that because we have to finish making it and then take it over there within the hour, and then maybe I'll take a picture of us all eating this and having fun. Hey, I love Dallas. Thanks, Weezy Johnson. I was getting nervous there. Nobody was saying anything. I'm like, we are talking to the wall. We are cooking for the wall. Yes, and I encourage you guys to go on to my webpage, go on to EricHyman.com, Trial and Eric. Under it, you see the donate button, and donate as much as you want to help rebuild this awesome, awesome kitchen that we're in right now. I can show you some pictures later of the work that it needs, but for right now, we are just enjoying the company of Annie and John Swanson over here. There you are! Wave! Just helping me out, making sure I have everything I need here in the kitchen in Provincetown, Massachusetts, at the AIDS Support Center of Cape Cod. Alright, that is perfect. Alright, I think I'm going to need, do you have a serving dish? I've always been asking Annie stuff all this whole time. Yes, that'd be perfect. I'm going to put, the last thing I'm going to do is put our chicken that we have already cooked in here right back in. Get it all nice with the sauce. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I mean, your lobster rangoon looks really good.
Oh, good.
And it has, I love red onions because they just immediately add color to everything. And they're super sweet. So when you have, you know, brown flour chicken with brown mushrooms, it just gives it a little more visual chutzpah. Yes, I use appeal. Thank you. I went with chutzpah. I don't think I've ever said that word out loud, though I did grow up hearing that word quite a bit. All right, I'm going to transfer that over here. Well, kind of far away from people. Let's turn this heat off. There we go. Are you ready for this? Let's set it down. Can you set it down there? I don't want to burn you. I don't want, remember, this is live. This is live. We don't want any catastrophes. There we go. Woo! All good. Here. All right. And this is such a pretty plate, Annie. You did a really good job. So I want to say thank you. We are rounding our 30 minutes. I know, doesn't 30 minutes go fast in this? We are rounding our 30 minutes. I can't believe I finished this in 30 minutes. There's been some of these where I've gotten a little too ambitious. Oh, look at our food here.
Where's your toothpick?
Oh, where's my toothpick?
Yeah.
Toothpick. Oh, here we go.
Try your chicken.
Well, first I'm gonna add this is funny. First I'm gonna add the last ingredient,
Which is the toothpick. Oh, wow.
which is our chopped basil, so we get it all nice and green. Isn't that pretty?
Pretty.
Pretty. Do you want some basil on your on your lobster
No.
ring?
No, they're perfect.
They are perfect as they are. Look at that beautiful food. I hope the people are appreciative.
I think
They
so,
better
too.
be. All right, let's spend these last 2 minutes eating something.
Okay.
All right, you. See, we are doing the honor guard thing. Annie, do you want a piece? You good for it? Here we go. There's a toothpick for you. There's a toothpick for me. Let's get you in there. What do you think?
Delicious.
Delicious? I want to get some onion on there as well. There we go.
The onions. I'm not double dipping. I flipped my pick.
Flick my pick. That's awesome. All right. We've tried mine. Now we're gonna try yours.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Not the ones. Okay, the ones on the bottom are last out of there. First out of there.
All right. These are. I love wontons that are like cooked like this. Is it good? Let's see.
Can't go wrong with lobster.
You can't go wrong with it's lobster. Yeah, you can't go wrong with lobster. I like that. Definitely haven't had cream cheese and stuff like this before. You know how like people get sushi and they'll have Tony basil? Yes, Tony basil. What did Tony Basil sing? She sang Mickey. Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine, you're my man, hey Mickey. I knew that song from Wayne's World. I didn't know it previously. That just shows you my age. This is awesome. You did a great job.
Thank you.
They better like these, or we're gonna punch
I
them.
think so. Probably should have made more.
So it's fine.
Oh, look, here's more.
Well, look what I just happen to have. I'm talking with my mouth full. Alright, so again, thank you so much. We are here in Provincetown, Massachusetts, at the AIDS Support Center of Cape Cod. Please do us a favor and donate via my trial and error page on my website at erichiman, erichiman.com. And we will get some money over here for the materials to help rebuild the kitchen. I'll kind of take you around real fast. Hey, come with me. As you can see right over here, it needs a little bit of work here. I mean, this kitchen has been around for quite some time, as it being the oldest in the country. And there's, come on, help these guys out. Help them out. And the best part is, the person who's donating his time to help build it is our own John Swanson.
And almost, I also have help.
David Londo is helping you? Well, such a supportive group here in Provincetown, Massachusetts. I'm going to get in the water later, and it's going to be all good. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in April. Bye.